Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Officially, it was reported that Jimmy Butler asked to be traded. The NBA market is crazy, because several teams are looking to sign the player. The Warriors are among the favorites, and executives are putting together a trade package to convince the Miami Heat to accept the Warriors' proposal. Jimmy Butler is a veteran, but he is a solid star who can greatly help the Warriors regain their NBA dynasty. Warriors will do anything to sign Jimmy Butler. What package could the Warriors offer? Jimmy Butler had been making some pretty thinly veiled comments of late about his desire to trade it from the Miami Heat. This week, he made it official as Shams Charania and Brian Windhorst of ESPN report that Butler has indicated to the Heat he wants the team to trade him and that he is open to playing anywhere other than Miami. The Warriors have already traded for Dennis Schroeder, but they need more if they want to truly compete for a title in the twilight of Stephen Curry's prime. Butler could be just the ticket as a legitimate second star in an offense that not only falls off a cliff when Curry leaves the floor, but one that is also desperate for a guy like Butler who can create individual advantages outside the system. Butler fits the defensive, smart and selfless culture that Steve Kerr has cultivated. At 35, he is still playing great basketball. He's going to turn down his player option next season and want one more big contract, and if Golden State were to give it to him, they would have the trio of Curry, Butler and Draymond Green locked up through at least 2027, when both Curry and Green, as of now, will become free agents. That's 3 title shots, this season, next season, and the season after that. It will almost certainly cost the Warriors Jonathan Kuminga, Andrew Wiggins, potentially Brandon Podziemski or Moses Moody to make a salary match work, and at least a future first-round draft pick, if not 2. It would be a huge package if the Heat weren't willing to short-sell Butler, even if there aren't any other real suitors at the table, but the reality is Golden State is probably going to have to hit the free agent market for their post-Curry franchise player anyway. They probably shouldn't nickel and dime over a few draft picks that might well end up in the latter half of the first round. Kuminga is good, but probably not good enough to be a future franchise player or, at the moment, even the second or third piece the Warriors need on a consistent basis. Podziemski has declined considerably after his all-rookie season a year ago. Golden State is still within honest range of contention, and the simple truth is it could be a very long time before they're in that spot again once Curry fades out. If they don't want to let this last chapter go to waste, they need to go hard after Butler with a package that Miami will be forced to seriously consider. Can Warriors recover Jimmy Butler's joy? On Thursday, the Miami Heat lost 128-115 to the Indiana Pacers at the Kaseya Center. Meanwhile, the Golden State Warriors dominated the Philadelphia 76ers 139-105. During the Heat's post-game media availability, their superstar Jimmy Butler frankly shared his thoughts. In doing so, he revealed he wanted out of Miami. A trade to the Warriors could rejuvenate the unsatisfied superstar's career. ESPN's Shams Charania's reporting indicates Butler's determination to leave the Heat. The reporter revealed that the Texas native preferred the Dallas Mavericks, Houston Rockets, and Warriors. Although Butler's agent, Bernard Lee, vehemently rejected Charania's reporting, the Heat star's post-game comments put all the smoke in the air with the fire so as not to deny any trade rumors moving forward. Butler wants out, and the Warriors have the potential to fulfill the star's need to play somewhere dominant. "I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball," Butler said. "Wherever that may be, we'll find out soon. I'm happy here, off the court. I want to be back somewhere dominant. I want to hoop." To put the nail in the coffin, a reporter asked if Butler could regain his joy on the court in Miami, and Butler responded, "Probably not." Related, how did Warriors dominate 76ers? Although the numbers in Butler's contract worry the opposing front offices, as they have cautionary implications regarding the first and second aprons, Golden State could sacrifice financial punishments for its superstar, Curry. Perhaps Butler's contract is massive, so Warriors general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. could involve a third or fourth team. Still, there is an avenue that leads to Butler being traded to Golden State, as his age fits with Curry's timeline more than that of Houston and Dallas. Given Curry's disposition on the court, it's nearly impossible for Butler to exude joy by sharing the court with such a powerful presence. Fans convinced Warriors' Steph Curry's message was aimed at Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has made his stance abundantly clear. News broke on Thursday evening that the six-time All-Star has officially requested a trade away from the Miami Heat ahead of the February 9 deadline. One of the teams that have been linked to a potential swoop for the five-time All-NBA forward is the Golden State Warriors, which, incidentally, appear to have taken aim at Butler shortly after the Heat star made a telling declaration about his level of joy in Miami. Steph Curry went God mode on Thursday night, knocking down all 8 of his three-point attempts in a 139-105 blowout win against the Philadelphia 76ers. Naturally, the Warriors had to flex the two-time NBA MVP's heroics, and they did so with what appears to be a cryptic social media post. "Stephen Curry plays the game with joy," Golden State captioned its Instagram post. It's probably no coincidence that the Warriors made this post not long after Butler declared that he wants to rediscover the joy of playing basketball again. "Probably not," Butler said bluntly when asked if he thought he could find his joy back in Miami. Stephen Curry has declared that he is close to retirement. Golden State Warriors legend, the 36-year-old athlete, comments on his retirement. NBA star Stephen Curry said he is enjoying his 16th season in the league and declared that he is close to retirement from the court. "It's okay to accept and acknowledge that the end of your career is near," Curry said. "But only because it allows you to enjoy what's happening now. I think the more you talk about it and the more you acknowledge it, the more it increases the sense of urgency in the moment, right now," he added. Curry, 36, led the Golden State Warriors to 4 NBA titles. He is a two-time league most valuable player, a 10-time All-Star and the all-time leader in three-pointers made, with 3,841 total points. And despite being limited to just 2 points in last week's crushing loss to the Memphis Grizzlies, Curry remains a highly productive NBA player. This season, he is averaging 21.8 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game. And although his scoring production is down from 29.4 points per game in 2022 to 23 and 26.4 last season, he is exceeding his career averages in rebounds, 4.7, and assists, 6.4. He's playing 31 minutes per game, nearly 4 minutes less than 2 seasons ago. And Curry is shooting 36.3% from three-point range, well below his career average of 39.7%, but his numbers from two-point territory are well above his lifetime production, .571 this season versus .517 career. Curry is 21 games away from 1,000 games played in the regular season, in addition to having played 147 more in the playoffs. And I would certainly like at least one more postseason run. The Warriors face the Los Angeles Lakers in a Christmas clash in California this Wednesday, 25, placing 8th in the Western Conference. Curry didn't mention when he might retire, only hinting that he thinks about retirement more than I probably did before. He is under contract with Golden State through the 2026-27 season. NBA media surprised over Stephen Curry's fading optimism. Marcus Thompson too reflects on Stephen Curry's latest media statements. In his 16th season, the Warriors veteran continues to play at a high level. Averaging 22.3 points, 4.8 rebounds, 6.5 assists, and 1.1 steals, Curry is shooting 41.8% from beyond the arc this season. Turning 37 this March, the 10-time All-Star requires aid to contend for his 5th title. Steve Kerr's roster boasts bright talents, but they don't seem to be ready yet. On the other hand, the championship window for the Steph Curry-Draymond Green duo is closing. Considering all these factors, veteran reporter Marcus Thompson too shared his thoughts. It certainly sounds like he's, Steph Curry, been through this movie before and is not interested in calling it something different, right? Said the Athletic writer. This is last year. The same kind of almost helplessness they have against themselves. You don't really hear Steph talking like this. He is the eternal optimist, right? He always feels like, if we just win 5 in a row, and I'm sure he still feels that way, but to voice that, to just, you're right, it was a tone. Like he made it sound average. He said it in an average tone to emphasize the averageness. It was something you just don't hear from Steph. And a very, I might add, loud plea to Mike Dunleavy. GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the front office need to pull some strings before it is too late. Given Curry's contributions to Golden State, the franchise cannot afford to dishearten the Bay Area's favorite child. Warriors management need to quicken pace. Owner Bob Myers and GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. find themselves in a challenging spot. No doubt, the front office has made several attempts to pair a star player alongside Curry but hasn't found success. Currently, in pursuit of the Miami Heat's Jimmy Butler, Dub Nation has their fingers crossed. Another age-old issue plaguing the roster is their lack of size. Coach Kerr and crew long a big man, which could help ease the load off Draymond and Tracy Jackson-Davis. The two Warriors teammates are often undersized compared to their opponents. Names such as Nikola Vucevic, DeAndre Ayton, and Jonas Valanciunas could potentially be on the radar for Golden State.